helping people through figuring out their own story, but also casting a vision for their future. And I use this, I straight up stole it. It works every time. I'll tell it to you right now. You're getting extra free information. Ari says, just sit down with a pen and a paper and give yourself at least 20 minutes. And you're gonna write one phrase. He said, look 3 or 5 years in the future. So right now would be, you would start it with, it's September 12th, 2027. And my life has never been better. That's the first sentence. He's like, and you have to write for 20 minutes without letting your hand move off the page. Just write and write and write. You will write ridiculous things. You just can't stop writing. You need to unload in your brain what your perfect life looks like in 3 years. And you write it as if it's already happened. You're like writing a letter from the future back to yourself. So it's all present tense. My life has never been better. I'll tell you how mine started when I did this. My life has never been better. I don't have any employees. That's what came out. I was like, I don't think this is gonna lead somewhere interesting. And then I wrote, because I had run a small business for 15 years, and there's, when you're in that world, there's lots of great things about being an entrepreneur, but one of the things I noticed is, how payday comes every 2 weeks for y'all? Because of our taxes and stuff. If you own a small business, you never get happy for your own paycheck, because you're mainly just hoping you can pay the other 49 people. When payday becomes like a scary day every 2 weeks, it starts to weigh on you. And when I had great years where it wasn't, but when the times it was really weighing on me. And I started writing, and I realized, I think I'm supposed to be on my own. And I'd always been a part of teams. And I wrote and I wrote and I wrote. And then what came out of it was like, I want to help people find their calling. I feel like I'm good at helping other people do that. The great irony was, I was a mess. This is like everything. Whatever you're best at, it's really hard to do for yourself. That's why I need someone else in my life to show me that. I wanted to get back to my roots of storytelling and improv and helping people figure out their lives. And I wrote all that. My wife's a travel agent, which is like the best scam in the world if you can do it. Marry a successful travel agent. We get to go all over the place. As I was writing my thing, she was in Europe on a trip that somebody else paid for that I was invited to, but I had a job. I was like, this isn't fair. In 3 years, I'm writing this from the Delta Sky Club in Rome. And I realized my wife and I above all have a friendship. And I'm like, this is someone I've been around 30 years and she still likes me. I want to be with her more. So I don't want to be a travel agent, but I want to be the +1 every chance I get. So I started writing about how I would love to work and not have a commitment to a regional office and those sorts of things. So I wrote this, and I had my founding partners, we've been together 13 years, they did the same exercise, 3 of them, so 4 of us total. We all came together, and I could see the look in all our eyes. And every one of us, when we read our vision, we were not working together anymore in 3 years. And we weren't working for LeaderCast anymore. And there were actually tears in that meeting with 4 grown men. We had not cried together except for when COVID started, because we thought we were going under. But it was the only way we could have actually had a functional conversation around 15 years of relationships that started something and grew to something that we needed to go our separate ways. One of them actually felt like he should stay around in a different capacity, and he is still there. But the other 3 of us, that 3-year plan that we thought we had accomplished 80% of it in 6 months. That's the other thing it does. Once you have a vision for your future, you just can't help yourself. You're not going to wait around. Once you really know that that's where you're going, you'll get there. I include this in the belonging talk.